You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. You are watching the Lion of Sports in the Wabash Valley. You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
In high school, and there I got my sound on. South Vermillion High School for tonight's high school boys varsity basketball game. It'll be West Vigo taking on South Vermillion here in a non-conference game. But when you look at these two teams, they really, for years, have a huge rivalry going between both South Vermillion and West Vigo. And when we look at both these teams, South Vermillion comes in with an 8-6 record, West Vigo at 6-8. Both of them have played teams very close. And when I say that, a lot of the things we're going to talk about with these two teams, they're very similar in makeup. Joe Baylor is 182 and 188 in his 16th year at West Vigo. Vince Marietta, again, 18 and 22 in his second year at South Vermillion. And again, both these teams know each other pretty well. They play at almost every level all the way through elementary, junior high, and now in high school. These teams have a rivalry. It goes back. They once were in the same conference, actually two different times. They were in the same conference, so that adds to the rivalry. And even though it's not like a huge one, it kind of is. It's the backdoor rivalry between South Vermillion and West Vigo. Again, 6-8 for West Vigo on the season, and South Vermillion at 8-6 against common opponents. 1-4 for West Vigo. South Vermillion is 3-4 against those same teams. Again, in the series in the last 35 years, West Vigo has won 35 of them to South Vermillion's 11. But that's really not going to show what's going on this evening, as South Vermillion right now has what a lot of people would be a better ball club on the floor today, but you can throw those out because both these teams legitimately want to play against each other and see what's going to happen this evening in high school basketball. Hello, everyone. I'm Herb King, and we'll bring you all this action here on Indiana Sports Network. And, again, we're happy to bring you high school basketball. And, again, tonight, our game, South Vermillion and West Vigo. We'll pause for a moment and be back with our pregame show. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
Laser engraving at its finest by Fearless Designs is now available. Cups, bats, gloves, license plates, and almost anything you desire can now be a laser engraved gift for your family and friends or a promotional item for your company. Stay on the unique cutting edge of technology. Call, text, or email Fearless Designs. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
The South Vermillion School Corporation would like to shine the staff spotlight on retiring athletic director Tim Terry. Tim has been the athletic director since 2014, and during his tenure at South Vermillion has won 28 conferences, 8 sectionals, 3 regionals, and has been to the Final Four 2 times. Tim made many changes during his time, but the one that he was proud of was getting the community involved with the school again, such as having churches help out with the concession stand. Thank you, Tim, for all your hard work and dedication. Enjoy your retirement. You deserve it.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
Vermillion High School for this evening's West Vigo and South Vermillion game. We want to thank our sponsors for today's game: A Plus Printing, Andrews Heating, Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. And our transportation that we use here on Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive. They have 6 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. And with that, again, both the teams have headed down to the locker room for their final instructions as we get ready for this ball game. For South Vermillion, a lot of close ball games. They've played in a bunch of them, and several of them they've lost, including some, and when I say this, some really good ball games. Brown County was a tough one. Excuse me, I looked at the wrong one. It's West Vigo, but they had a series of losses starting in the Wabash Valley tournament. They lost to Terre Haute North in overtime. Marshall was a good ball game. They really took it on the chin from Terre Haute North. Park Heritage, they took it on the chin as well, and they lost earlier to Park Heritage in an overtime tournament game in the Banks of the Wabash tournament, where they lost in the championship round 61-58. And we've seen them a couple times that way. They won against Seeger and Fountain Central in their last 2 ball games, and again, West Vigo for this evening. For West Vigo, as you look at their ball game, they were blown out by Park Heritage to open the season. Won a game against North Vermillion, who now has a winning record. They won against Greencastle, and they won in double overtime against Northview. Their win against South Putnam was close. Robinson, Illinois was another good ball game for them, and they blew out Riverton Park early in the season. The losses they've taken, again, Park Heritage, Owen Valley, Terre Haute North, Brown County, Terre Haute South, Bloomfield, North Putnam, and Sullivan. And again, just depends on which team shows up for the Vikings that way. And you can say the same thing about South Vermillion. When they play well, they're as good as anybody you're going to find in the Wabash Valley, and especially when they can get their guards moving the basketball very well and get some slashing, some guys towards the basket. Bush, Condor, Wallace, those guys are going to be the 3 of them that you're really talking about. And when you get Brayson Schultz, when he gets involved in the ball game, he gives them an added input into their offense, where you have a little bit taller, lankier guy that can really get it towards the hoop. For West Vigo, again, they're going to have to do a pretty decent job in making sure they're prepared and ready for battle this evening, and they're on the floor at South Vermillion. It's a Wednesday night game. That's kind of an odd one for a lot of schools. They usually don't have a lot of Wednesday night ball games. We're happy to bring you this one and be ready to go with it. Again, as this one counts down, crowd, pretty decent crowd for a Wednesday night as they're preparing for this. And the football team for South Vermillion was introduced between the JV and varsity games, as they were the Wabash River Conference champions this year with an undefeated season. They had an outstanding football team this year, and again, congratulations to South Vermillion, even though that one probably hurts me as much as any that I've had. So, but again, Greg Barrett does an excellent job with the football program here at South Vermillion, and they've had a run of champions in the Wabash River Conference, and as they get prepared for this one. For South Vermillion, again, when we look at Vince Marietta as being in his 2nd year, he's done a pretty decent job in getting the Wildcats to play very hard this season, even though they're just a little bit above 500. And again, Joe Baylor has been an outstanding coach, 16th season for West Vigo. And as we prepare for this one, we'll prepare for it as well. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups, and we'll get this ball game underway. From South Vermillion High School, you're watching Indiana basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also a, where the heck is that beep coming from? Owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Not an American Standard owner yet? Let the nationally recognized Building a Higher Standard award-winning dealer Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning assist you in becoming the next American Standard owner. Call 765-832-9401.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and community. Now announcing new starting wages for trailer assemblers and welders. Assemblers earn up to $23 an hour, and welders earn up to $27 an hour, with no experience necessary to apply. Enjoy great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
And welcome back to South Vermillion High School. Ready for the starting lineups. First of all, it'll be the West Vigo Vikings. We'll get a chance to see these guys.
Number 0, Talon Baylor. Number 3, Zeke Tanous. Number 4, Landon Fields. Number 5 is Ryan Smith. And number 24, Garrett Pugh. And now the starting lineup for your hometown South Vermillion Wildcats. Number 2, Luke Bush. Number 4, Dylan Conder. Number 5, Aiden Wallace. Number 14, the big man, Brayson Schultz. And number 22, Dominic Garzolini. The officials tonight are Jay Slater, Mark Hopper, and Mark Miller.
And the officials from the Terre Haute area as well, except for Mark Miller. He's a little bit towards Greencastle if you really want to get down to it, but the other two officials are Terre Haute area. Everybody knows them in the building. Both of these coaches would know them quite well. West Vigo. Baylor is a guard listed at 6'2", Tanous, another guard at 6'3", Fields, another guard at 6'3", Ryan Smith, the shorter of them, he's a senior guard at 5'7", and Garrett Pugh in the middle at 6'4". Tip up and controlled by South Vermillion. The Wildcats are in their white uniforms. Again, West Vigo in the dark black uniforms. Wallace with the drive, puts it up. It's blocked right in the middle, and a nice job that time by Garrett Pugh as Wallace gets that one rejected on the drive. Had an open look, just couldn't do anything with it. Drive down inside, and they'll try to set it up again, will West Vigo. Fields out in front. Gives it up on the outside. Trying with the shot, three-point attempt, no good outside, an open look. Fields on a drive, now kicks it back out to Smith. To Pugh. Smith for three, puts it up and in. Ryan Smith gets on the board for the West Vigo Vikings, and it's 3-0 West Vigo. Schultz on the outside, gives it up to Wallace. Wallace with the drive, he'll pull outside. Garzolini attempts the three, falls way short. Rebound to Tanous. Tanous, crossover drive down the lane. Dipsy-Doo can't get it up and leaves it short. Condor with the board, drives the length of the floor, and he can't get it to go either. The Vikings with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Moving it outside. Smith will start the offense. 1-4 low. Trying to put it on the inside. Driving around with it is Fields. Now to Smith. Back outside to Pugh. Baylor has a man in a post and didn't get him the ball. Looking inside. Baylor will drive and kick it back out, and they'll start it again. Ryan Smith back outside to Tanous. Pugh, he'll drive the lane, puts the shot up and in. He's fouled. The basket will count, and he'll go to the line to shoot one shot. Pretty good ball movement for West Vigo on this one. And Dominic Garzolini picks up his first personal. And a three-point play for Garrett Pugh. Garzolini hands it off to Bush. Back outside, it's Wallace. Gives it up to Schultz. Bush, Garzolini open for three again. Takes a shot, can't get it. Rebound, pulled down that time by Condor. Kick back outside to Bush, who cans the three. Luke Bush for 3 points. And West Vigo will move the basketball. They lead 6-3 here in the first period. Pull up on the outside, and Baylor can't get it to fall. Rebound comes out to Wallace. Length of the floor pass. Kick around. Open look for Schultz for three. He got it, and the score is tied. Brayson Schultz puts it in. Score is tied 6-6. Baylor back outside, gave it up to Tanous, pulls up for 10-footer and got it. Zeke Tanous. And a travel call. That'll be the first turnover of the ball game. West Vigo with the basketball, and again, a 2-point lead for the Vikings. They'll get into the movement up front and see if they can pound it down inside there. Fields with a kick to the outside. Looked like it was tipped, and nobody's going to overrule them. They say, no, it wasn't. It'll be West Vigo, or West Vigo turns it over. It'll be South Vermillion basketball. Aiden Wallace calling the play. They'll kick it over to Garzolini. Looking for the back screen. They'll feed it down inside. He had an open look. Dipsy-Doo puts it up and in, and the score's tied at 8. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Nice play that time by Luke Bush defensively as he drew Talon Baylor. Ball knocked out of bounds. Score is tied 8-8 with 3:35 left to go here in the first period. Tanous. Back over to Smith. They'll feed the low post and do to Pugh. And they're going to say he traveled with it. If he just squared up, turned and faced the basket at that point, he had a good opportunity to take it down low and really work on Garzolini in the low post, but instead traveled with the basketball. Wallace will set the offense, gives it up to Garzolini, almost has it taken away. Bush looking for three, doesn't have it, back to Condor. Feed down low and a throwaway as Garzolini's pass was errant, picked up by Tanous. Fields pulls up, can't get it to go, and a rebound comes out to the Wildcats. Wallace pulls up for a three, got it. Aiden Wallace, 3 points and 5 total for the ball game. It's 11-8 lead by the Wildcats, their first lead of the ball game. Screen out front with the drive, shots up and good by Tanous. That's Zeke Tanous. He's a senior guard, stands 6'3", and he was able to get that one in. It's a 1-point lead for the Wildcats as they have the basketball. Garzolini back out to Bush with the drive down the lane. No good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Pretty good ball movement and good offensive takes by both of these teams. They really haven't turned it over too much. Pretty good flow to the ball game here with 2:25 left to go in the first period. Luke Bush steps to the line, and he'll have 2 shots. First one he doesn't get. Jack Moulton into the ball game for South Vermillion. Chambers into the ball game for West Vigo. Missed 2 free throws, those 2 opportunities. It's 11-10, a 1-point lead for South Vermillion. Chambers back outside, will give it up to Smith. Smith back to Tanous. Tanous trying to work off the screen, takes it in there, behind the back pass. Smith for 3 in the corner, and a 2-point lead now for the Vikings. Condor with the drive, gets to the post. Bush takes it down deep. Schultz. Moulton had it, gave it up to Condor with the drive, open look, and they're going to say traveling violation for Wallace as he jacks one from the corner way after. They're going to blow that whistle, and they're going to warn South Vermillion. So there's a warning on shooting the ball and making it an errant. So they slowed down the process of the game, and the warning violation to South Vermillion. Vikings with the basketball, 1:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Tanous pulls up, and he'll set the offense one more time. Ball's open, down in the post, a good drive inside, got it up and in. Garrett Pugh with another basket. He has 5 points on the evening here in the first period. And it's a 15-11 West Vigo lead. Schultz out to Bush, open look for 3, pounces around and can't get it to fall. Rebound comes out to the Viking. Tanous again with another board. With the drive down the lane, lost it, out of bounds. And they're not going to bail him out on the call. They're going to let it go. And the reason why is because he was out of control and was losing the basketball in the process. Again, a 4-point lead for West Vigo here in the first period as we're under a minute to go. Wallace over to Bush, and they'll set the offense. Moulton to Condor, back outside to Wallace, and they'll try to move it around one more time. Wallace down the lane, has a backdoor cut, threw it out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of South Vermillion. I didn't see it from this angle. It looked like it went directly off of the Vikings, but to no avail. West Vigo with the basketball. Smith will bring it up. He'll set it, and they may hold for the last shot here with under 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Baylor turns the corner, kicks it to the open look, and they'll pull it back out. Pugh with it, and they're going to call the foul. Foul will go on Condor. That's his first, team's second. Again, with the new rules, you have to hit 5 to have the bonus, and there is no 1-and-1. It's a 2-shot bonus when you get past the 5 fouls. 10 seconds left to go here in the first period. Tanous working on Condor. 4 Three, Tadeusz pulls up for a three. It's a good look, but he can't get it in. Rebound to Schultz, and that'll end the first period of play. It's 15-11. West Vigo with the lead when we return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to South Vermillion High School. 15-11, West Vigo with the lead over the host Wildcats. As we'll get ready for the second period. And early in this one, you can see some pretty decent shooting this time by Ryan Smith, who's canned 2 3-pointers for West Vigo, as well as good play by Garrett Pugh on the inside for South Vermillion. Aiden Wallace with 5, Bush with 3, Schultz with 3. And again, not too many fouls by either one of these teams. They've been able to play, as you can see, a big pick there by Pugh as he sets the pick, and there wasn't anything going with it. Tadeusz with the ball in the corner, and he has to throw it off Condor just to save it. Having a hard time running the offense there. South Vermillion really jacked up the defensive end. A good defensive play that time by Jack Moulton. Trenton Chambers will trigger it in. Tadeusz now to Smith. Open look for 3, puts it up, can't get it to go, was Trenton Chambers. On the outside, Wallace. Schultz for 3, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped, fought for by Moulton, and they're going to have a foul called. That foul's going to go on Garrett Pugh. And we'll see what's going on with this one. Got some substitutions into the ball game. Dallas Coleman into the ball game for Pugh. That's his first foul, and a team's first foul for this quarter. If you're interested in how that goes, Coleman on the lane down in the middle, he traveled with it. The reason the National Federation changed the rules from 1-and-1 after 7 fouls, and then you got a double bonus when you hit 10, well, they wanted to make the game more uniform, and honestly, it has at a certain point. There's a screen off the ball. That'll go against Pugh. It'll pick up his second foul for West Vigo. Women's basketball in college has used this system of 5 fouls per quarter, gets you into the bonus, and they've done that for many years now. And with that, don't be surprised if we go to the shot clock at certain points. Kansas is already experiencing an idea with it. Nice cut that time by Schultz. He just couldn't get it. Good delivery on the pass, but he missed the bunny. Down inside, shots up and no good by Pugh, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good ball movement that time by the Vikings. They were able to do it. Foul's going to go against Jack Moulton. That's his first. Team's first for this quarter. Moulton, the senior, will put that first one up and in. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's ball game: A-Plus Printing, Andrews Heating, Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, and the Hamilton Center. All proud sponsors of tonight's ball game, West Vigo at South Vermillion. Substitutions into the ball game for West Vigo. Bryce Easton, a junior at 6'5", and he's a big fella in the middle. We'll see what he can do to help the Vikings in this one. as taking his seat will be Garrett Pugh. He picked up his second foul earlier here in the quarter. 2 quick ones. Wallace looks inside, feeds it up. Nice cut and an open look for Brayson Schultz as he puts the layup in. He now has 5 points on the evening as well. 17-13. The Vikings with the lead. 3-point shot outside by Baylor, and he knocks it down. On the outside, Bush with a crossover, takes it as offensive foul. Really nice job that time by Bryce Easton as he was camped there, didn't move and just got run over, but he'll take that as an offensive foul on this one by Luke Bush. It's his first. And Garzolini and Condor check back into the ballgame as we've seen them. They were both in the starting lineup. Smith with the basketball. They'll pull it outside. He's got a man in the post. He's going to feed it down there. Back to the outside now with the drive. Open look for Tanous. He couldn't get it to fall. Rebound comes out to Tanous. He got it, and they're going to have a foul. That'll go against Schultz as he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar on that one. Grabbed that arm and picks up a foul. It's a third team foul. 2 more before we hit the bonus. 20-13 is our score. West Vigo with the lead. Tanous feeds outside. With it is Baylor. He knocks another 3-pointer down. 23-13. It's a 10-point lead for the Vikings. Garzolini drives in, can't do anything with it, and it's Wallace's turn. Aiden Wallace almost turned that one over. Schultz with it. He'll back him down into the low post. Schultz turn around. He used the board that time, and the bank is open, and Schultz with the beneficiary of using that for another 2 points. It's 23-15. Tanous with the drive, pull up. Nice little floater, and Tanous gets that one to fall. Condor with the drive, open look, reverse layup, can't get it. Outlet pass, and here comes Smith. No, they'll give it back to Tanous. Zeke Tanous has done a nice job handling the ball and distributing. Here comes Smith. He has an open look. Now it's covered. Back it up to Fields. With it now is Easton. Open look for Tanous. He had 2, missed that one. Rebound, can't get it. Bounded around and picked back up. That was Baylor with the last shot. He'll drive, put the shot up with his left hand, and he gets it to go. That's Talon Baylor. He has 8 points here in this, and for us here in the second period. It's 27-15. With the drive, shots up, no good. They're going to say nothing happened as Coleman took that one in with a lot of contact, and they're saying he initiated it. The defender backed out. There was nothing going on with it. They didn't make a call. Back to the outside. Zeke Tanous with that crossover. He'll drive, he'll shoot, he'll score. Zeke Tanous, and I'll tell you what, didn't expect this one to go this way this early in having a huge lead now. It's 29-15, West Vigo with the lead. Garzolini in the corner for 3. Dominic Garzolini, and a timeout's been called. And with that, we'll take one as well. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are!
You're #1 at York.
You are watching the Lion of Sports in the Wabash Valley.
Again, it's we want to thank our sponsors, Ryan Luce, State Farm Insurance here in Clinton. Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 6 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. West Vigo basketball. Ryan Smith, the senior, will bring it up. He's already canned 2 3-pointers. It's been pretty even scoring right now for the Vikings. They've been able to get everybody in the scoring column. Smith almost lost it, and it's dead. And back to the outside, they'll give it up to Fields. Set it one more time. With the drive, Tanous down the lane, gets it stuffed right back at him. Matter of fact, Schultz takes the basketball, leads the break. Condor with it, and he scores. Assist to Schultz. So Schultz with a rebound and an assist on that drive. Tanous drives the lane, pulls it back outside. Open look for Smith. He can't get it to fall. Rebound and put back by Bryce Easton. Pretty good move that time. There's a 3-point basket by Luke Bush. He picks another 3-pointer up. Scoring pretty quickly now. 31-23, an 8-point lead for the Vikings. Use that high screen by Easton. Tanous will try to turn it on the drive, gives it up to Fields. Back outside, it's Baylor to Smith. He'll put it outside to Easton. Open look for Smith. Baylor thought about it. He's got Smith on the side, and they'll set the offense up. Baylor step back 3, can't get it. Board ripped down and out and pulled down by Schultz. He tracked that one down, Brayson Schultz. Senior with a nice job rebounding. Garzolini takes a turn at it, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to the Vikings as Easton pulls that one down. Open look, Fields down the lane, floats it up and gets it to go. And right now, almost everybody that West Vigo has played in the ball game is scored, as they've really done a nice job. Chambers hasn't scored, but the rest of these guys have got buckets. So everybody is contributing for West Vigo. That's why they lead 33-23 with 1:20 left to go here in the second period. Wallace step in. Nice dish down to Condor. He can't get it to go, and a rebound tipped out. Bush had an open look. He'll pull it out, drive, scoops it up and in. Luke Bush for 2. 33-25. Still that 8-point lead. Here's Tanous over the 10-second line, and they'll set an offense. We're under a minute left to go here in the first half. Baylor making sure he's not getting the count. Here comes the count. Smith to Tanous. Baylor with it, cross. They'll give it up to Smith. Approaching that 30-second mark. Baylor turns the corner. Open look down inside. Powered up and in that time by Bryce Easton for another Easton with another 2 points. He has 4 on the evening. Garzolini back outside, under 20 now. Wallace with 15 seconds. Condor, 10 seconds. Wallace again looking, and they'll get the quick foul. And that's the difference with what this is looking like. A real quick foul. Now they have to start the whole process over with 6 seconds left. They may not get as good a shot because, again, Smith takes a real quick foul. It's his first in the ball game. Bush looking, open look. Schultz pulls up, 2-point shot, can't get it, it's blocked, and that will be the end of the first half. For West Vigo, they score 20 points in the second quarter, and for South Vermillion, they score 14. And with that, again, 35-25 at halftime. We'll take a break. We'll be right back and talk about this one. You're watching high school basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
A+ Printing is your best place for uniforms, programs, t-shirts, and hats, plus screen printing, business printing, and documents. Get all your promotional items, including koozies and coffee mugs.
I know.
Just give
You're
Kevin
all right.
a call. A+ Printing
I'll survive.
does it all.
I'm Ryan Luce, State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
What's up?
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
The South Vermillion School Corporation would like to shine the staff spotlight on retiring athletic director Tim Terry. Tim has been the athletic director since 2014, and during his tenure at South Vermillion has won 28 conferences, 8 sectionals, 3 regionals, and has been to the Final Four 2 times. Tim made many changes during his time, but the one that he was proud of was getting the community involved with the school again, such as having churches help out with the concession stand. Thank you, Tim, for all your hard work and dedication. Enjoy your retirement. You deserve it.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to South Vermillion. Justin Lowry has the opportunity. We get to talk to Justin for a while on this one. Tim Terry has been the AD here for, a long time. I actually knew the previous AD, so I can tell you I've been around for a while too, but Justin has been able to take over this AD's position, and it happened in January, right? 1st of January?
Yes, it did. Yep. January 8th.
And there hasn't been very much sleep since that time, has there?
No, there really hasn't been, but we had those 2 snow days, so I got a nice little extended weekend. But
well, yes, but that comes with an awful lot of rescheduling and trying to get everything done with it. So if you're not familiar with Justin, give us a little background about where you're from and what's going on. And I know you're legitimately from here.
I am from here.
That's how you say it.
So that's what I've run into a few parents that I didn't know and say, oh, where'd you come from? Where'd you grow up? And, well, right here. So 06 grad, went to Indiana State. My wife and I both got jobs outside of the Terre Haute area over in Spencer, Bloomington. So we moved that way, and we've been there ever since. So took this job. The opportunity came and couldn't pass on it, even though the timing was a little weird, and it all worked out great. And I love it so far, and I don't see anything changing.
No, and you got a lot of things going on this winter too, and I know Tim Terry has been helping you. We even have an ad, kind of a little synopsis for the community.
That was a little ridiculous.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
no, it looked great. It was awesome.
It looks awesome. Great. We'll probably do something for you in the process later on here. But
well, I don't have almost 700 wins as a baseball coach. So you have to come up with something else.
Yeah, I know those the old guys, and I'm going to consider myself one of those. That's just kind of, if you're still coaching, that means usually you've done something well.
Yeah,
Tim Terry's, he's done things well, and I've had the opportunity to see the Wildcats in the semi-state. I broadcasted them in baseball when Tim had a team that went up to Wabash. I was able to see those guys play, and they've traditionally, that baseball's been very strong here. I know you know that because you played baseball.
Yep, absolutely, for Coach Terry, and it's such a, it feels like an easy transition taking over for him because I haven't seen him in a while, but I run into him every now and then, and I just feel like we got started right where we left off, and he's been great as a mentor, and the way this situation worked out has been awesome. He's going to be here all year, and I don't know if I could have done it without him, so I'm really glad he's here, and he's just like I remember him. I swear he didn't age a day since 2006, but
hair's a little more gray. That's probably
that's about it. But it was pretty gray when I was here. It was, but yeah.
Now you're not in charge of the dance team that's on the floor either.
I'm not. They're pretty fortunate that I'm not.
Well, they go everywhere. I know because my daughter actually coaches against them in dance, so I get to see them every now and then. If I go to the major contests, they're there, and they've had a very good dance program here for the Wildcats as well.
You when you think of the athletics here, you think of Kent Musil, Tim Terry, Ron Statler, but you've got Vicky West, who's been here probably just as long or very close, and it kind of gets overlooked sometimes, but my wife is watching this right now. She was a dancer for Vicky, and
there you go.
So hear all about it, but yeah, it's one of the staples here at South Vermillion, and it's a great thing to have. It's awesome. I've talked to Vicky a few times since I've started, and I look forward to working with her. But they kind of do their own thing, but it's awesome. Look at it right now. It's great.
And they're not doing their competitive routine, which is actually the thing they want to do all the time. But everybody's like, well, you did that last time. Well, yeah, because it's competitive, and that's what they do. You don't think about that one, but that's kind of what they do here.
Oh, yeah.
So when you started in this job, I know Tim had a lot of the things ready to go with the contracts and all those kinds of things. And have you done your IHSAA education, so to speak? They require you that you pass a certain protocol before you actually run their programs, so to speak, to pick up officials and those things. Have you been able to get that worked in?
Well, I actually did that when I became the middle school and assistant high school AD at Owen Valley. So I came in having all of that done. So I went to the class. I've been to a couple of the conferences, and I've taken all of the classes. So I've got 5 of those LTC classes under my belt. So I'm one test away from being the CAA.
Right, certified.
Yep, the Certified Athletic Administrator. Sure. So I just need to sign up and take the test. But yeah, so I've taken all those. So it was a smooth transition. I don't have to deal with all of it. And yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and for South Vermillion, I'm just going to say, you got it really good with here in Justin. He's going to know what's going on, and I would expect maybe if he has as long a run as Tim Terry does, that life will be really good for everybody here at South Vermillion.
If I last that long, I'll be about 90. So I sure hope I do. I would love to retire here, so it'd be great. So I told him, I said, this is a rip up the resume type of job. And
it is.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Well, and it's a tough one too. And if people understood all the things you do and where you go and all those, you're going to find it out in the first year. It's going to be one of those.
Oh yeah.
Here's the duck chuck. Chuck a duck. You pick a duck and they chuck it out for the bullseye.
Yep.
The closest to the bullseye earns $50.
$50.
So pretty cool thing.
Oh, we got
somebody's
one in there.
on it.
We got one in there.
Somebody's in it. Are they going to have to split it? Here they go.
This is quality entertainment, right?
Yeah,
now.
it is.
It is.
You know, the Indiana State had one of those where they putt-putt last night, and they did you see the length of the course?
Won 10 grand.
All those things that you end up doing as an athletic director, everything from bake sales to whatever else you're going to do, all those things fall under your jurisdiction, and you get to have a really good time with that.
I can't wait. And you know, a lot of the things I want to do, the timing kind of forced me to start maybe in the fall.
Right.
You know, because coming in halfway through the year, I mean, I tried to get to know all the boys basketball players, the wrestlers, the girls basketball players, the cheerleaders, but they're halfway through their seasons already. And, there's a ton of stuff I want to do. I'm going to do some of it baseball, softball. I already threw an idea to Kara Skinner about little football or baseball helmet, ice cream at baseball and softball games. But little things like that will be fun in the spring. But I can't wait to hit the ground running really in the fall, fresh, with the new ideas that we can use for the whole year.
Yeah, and
can't wait.
They do some football games here at Indiana Sports Day. When I say they, because I'm preoccupied in the fall.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'll get to see you in the fall too, as well, at least one time.
Yep.
But throughout the spring, I know I'll see you around doing those. Congratulations on not only getting the job, but for a local guy to come back and do it in his home school, it's pretty awesome.
Feels great.
Congratulations.
Feels great. Thank you.
And with that, we'll pause. We'll be right back with more for the second half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also where the heck's that beep coming from?
There we go, didn't it?
Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Not an American Standard owner yet? Let the nationally recognized Building a Higher Standard award-winning dealer Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning assist you in becoming the next American Standard owner. Call 765-832-9401.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and community. Now announcing new starting wages for trailer assemblers and welders. Assemblers earn up to $23 an hour, and welders earn up to $27 an hour, with no experience necessary to apply. Enjoy great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
South Vermillion with the basketball. They trail by 10 here to start the third period. And again, we want to thank Justin Lowry for coming up and talking to us from South Vermillion, the new athletic director taking over from Tim Terry. And I think he'll do an excellent job here for the Wildcats. Backdoor cut inside to Bush. He has the ball in the low post. Pump. Puts it up off the glass, and a nice play by Luke Bush. Double figures now for Luke Bush. 35-27 is our score. Pugh with the basketball. He'll feed Tanous. Tanous in the lane. Tries to get it outside, and lucky he didn't turn that one over. Back outside to Baylor. Open look for Smith. He can't get that three-pointer to go, and a foul's been called, and it'll go against Landon Fields. First foul here of the second half. Fields picks up his first. Landon Fields, a sophomore guard, a 6'3" for West Vigo. Wallace with the basketball. The Wildcats trail by 8. Garzolini gives it up to Schultz. Brayson back to Garzolini. Pump, drive, shot. Gets the roll. Dominic Garzolini, he'll cut that lead back to 6. So 2 quick baskets by the Wildcats. Feed down on that low post. They'll give it up to Pugh. Pugh with the work down inside. Good ball movement outside. Baylor for 3. He can't get it to go. And they'll kick it back out. And here comes Wallace. Length of the court pass. Gives it up to Bush. Back outside to Garzolini. Schultz for 3. And he got it. Brayson Schultz with 3. Cuts the lead to 3. And a timeout's been called. We'll take one as well. It's 35-32.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
35-32, it's the Vikings with now a 3-point lead. It's been as high as 10. Pugh back outside, and they'll give it up to Tanous. Tanous tries to turn the corner. Does. Has a chance. Good ball movement. Open look for Baylor. Can't get it. Rebound to Garzolini. Wallace, and now the Wildcats are running. 3-point shot up and no good that time by Bush. A rebound comes out to Pugh. Tanous has an open look on the wing with the drive. Fields with the pull up from about 8 feet. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Wallace, the South Vermillion. Bush to Schultz, back to Wallace. He'll jack the three, got it up and in as the score is tied. 10 straight points for the Wildcats. With 5:30 left to go here in the third period. Again, wow, what a quick turnaround for the Wildcats. And I don't know, you may want to bottle what went on at halftime with Coach Vince Marietta, because it's really worked for the Wildcats. Outside with it, Baylor drives, open look and a big three-pointer by Garrett Pugh. Pugh hits that double-figure mark as well. Condor is fouled on the drive by Landon Fields. So although the Wildcats erased that 10-point lead, another good three-point shot this time by Garrett Pugh. Pugh with 10 points on the evening so far. Bush with the drive, has it blocked, and a rebound comes to Pugh. Fields had just enough pressure to tip that ball and get it to Grant Pugh. Outside to Baylor, now to Smith. Pugh outside to Tadeusz. Crossover. Schultz all over. Tried to do something with it. They'll pull it back outside. Pugh. Almost stolen away. With the drive and that nice layup. Got it again was Talon Baylor. He's made that same move twice and scored both times. And Baylor now hits that double-figure mark. Rebound comes out to Pugh off the missed shot inside by Condor. Tadeusz almost traveled with that one. Back outside, and Garrett Pugh couldn't haul in another three. It's a 5-point lead for the Vikings. Bush with a drive, lost it out of bounds, and they're going to say it stays here, and I don't see that one. They maybe tipped it out, but it will remain Wildcat basketball. 3:45 left to go in the third period. Garzolini back to Wallace. Step back for three. Didn't get it. Boy, he used all the rim and the backboard as well and just couldn't get it to go. Cross court, open look for Pugh. He pumps. He'll drive. He'll try to back him down. Gets fouled, and that time by Garzolini. Got him on the arm. And Garrett Pugh will go to the line to shoot two. Garzolini picks up his second foul. First team foul of the quarter. I want to thank our sponsors for today's game: A+ Printing, Andrews Heating and Air, Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Ryan Luce, State Farm Insurance here in Clinton, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive, with 6 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Missed free throw. And they'll go in. So Pugh 1 of 2 that time from the foul line, and into the ball game is again Trenton Chambers, the sophomore guard. And I think Chambers plays a little more physical than just playing on the edge. Bush with the drive, gets the floater up, can't get it in. Open look, outside for Schultz for three. He can't get it, and a rebound comes out to the big fella in Garrett Pugh. 41-35 is the score. Tadeusz with the drive and score, and Tadeusz has been able to pierce the middle of that defense and pick it up. 8 points, all of them on those layups. Bush outside to Schultz. Schultz in the corner. Condor back to Bush. Bush with the drive. Open look, got it up and in. Nice little roll there, finger roll for Luke Bush. 12 points on the evening for Luke. Tadeusz will walk it up, and they'll try to set the offense. Trying to turn the corner. Back, behind the back pass to to Pugh. He can't get it to go, and rebound comes out. It's Condor with the basketball. Condor down the lane. Open look, take, and score. Dylan Condor for 2. His 4 points on the evening. 43-39. West Vigo with it. And again, Tanous, this time he can't get it above the rim. Falls short. 4-point lead for the Vikings, and an open look for Condor for 3. Can't get it. Tipped around. And this time they'll call the over the back. And that one will go against Dallas Coleman. Said he shoved him in the back to get position. That'll cause a foul. Just 2 fouls on both teams right now. With 1:51 left to go in the third period, we won't be in the bonus from what we're seeing. Zeke Tanous has been running the offense. He comes up, brings it up, and they'll spread the offense, see if they can put it into him. Pugh, turn around from 10 feet, and he got it. Garrett Pugh, another bucket. Luke Bush, hesitation, cross, got it down low. He's got to do something with it. Pugh knocked it out. Open look, and inside that reverse layup didn't go for Dallas Coleman. West Vigo with it. Again, Tanous, step in and score. Tanous with another one. He's in doubles figures with 10. And stepping out of bounds with it is Parker Weir. So turnover for the Wildcats, and that lead has mushroomed up again to 8 points with a chance to make it 10. Highest or biggest lead of the game for the Vikings was 10. Stolen away, Wallace. Outside, Weir gives it up to Condor. Condor can't make the shot. Got it down low. And very fortunate we didn't have a foul called on that one. They're going to call the held ball. Coach Marietta right in the ear of one of the officials saying, you should have called that one. It's like I didn't see it. And he may have been blocked because it looked like we were blocked as well. Didn't see actually what was going on in that stuff underneath. We're under a minute left to go in the third period. 47-39. Smart move by West Vigo. Again, the lead was erased in about a minute and 50 seconds. A 10-point lead, and then all of a sudden, just kind of South Vermillion just let West Vigo start taking advantage of what they were given. Outside to Smith. 15 seconds left to go as they're ready to go. Pugh's going to cross him over here and take it down to the post. Nope. Tanous with 10 seconds. They're going to let Zeke Tanous finish it off. Open look for Baylor for 3. He can't get it. Rebound up by Pugh. He can't get it either. And that will finish the third period. 47-39. West Vigo with the lead. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
Laser engraving at its finest by Fearless Designs is now available. Cups, bats, gloves, license plates, and almost anything you desire can now be a laser engraved gift for your family and friends or a promotional item for your company. Stay on the unique cutting edge of technology. Call, text, or email Fearless Designs. You'll be glad you did. You are watching the Lion of Sports in the Wabash Valley.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to South Vermillion. 47-39. The Vikings with the lead over the Wildcats. And again, the Wildcats will have the basketball to start this fourth period. And we'll see what's going on here as they were waiting. Something's going on the floor. They're trying to wipe up some perspiration. It looked like water out of the timeout. And Coach Marietta's getting his 2 cents worth in there. Just kind of a nice talk in the back ear of the officials going, look, you can't let these guys knock us down like this. They were just having a good time. Wiping that up so somebody doesn't fall, and we're ready to go. Wallace with the basketball for the Wildcats. Using that screen. Hedges, backdoor cut for Bush, layup, and 2 points for Luke Bush. 14 points on the night for the senior guard. Luke Bush with another good, solid game. Open looks, Baylor. Inside, shots up and in, and the guy doing the damage is Garrett Pugh. They get him the ball in the low post, and he's got a really good chance of putting it in. Schultz back to Wallace with the drive and the shot and the score and the foul. He'll go to the line. Wallace with a nice play. Seven points on the evening. He has not been able to do as much offensively other than the steals he's had. He's played really good defense. Make it 8 points on the night for the junior, Aiden Wallace. 49-44, leads cut to 5. Zeke Tanous. They'll feed it inside, and they do so with Pugh. He'll turn around and stick it in. One of these days, they're going to have to slow down Pugh to get West Vigo's offense slowed down, but for the Vikings, they just need to keep pouring it into him because he's unstoppable right now. Wallace with the drive. Looks, feeds inside. Good move. Shot up and in, and give the assist. That shot goes up by Dallas Coleman and give the assist to Wallace. Wallace on Tanous now. That has not been the case most of the time. Baylor outside. Pugh. Lost it, picked it up, and fortunate for the Vikings that time. 51-46 is their score. Zeke Tanous with it out in front. With the drive, and there he goes, down the lane, he scores again. Zeke Tanous with another basket, 12 on the evening. Feed down inside. Give it up to Coleman, back outside to Wallace, using the screen, step back three. Wallace doesn't get it, rebound. Comes out with the drive, down inside with the trees, and again, Parker Weir couldn't get that one in. Almost knocked back. It was, again, Weir with a very nice play. Dominic Garzolini back into the ball game. Well, I'll tell you what, West Vigo has just taken advantage when they're given an opportunity to drive the lane. They've scored. Tanous goes to pull it up, got it, and he's fouled. Zeke Tanous puts that one in. 14, and we'll see if he can pick up the extra one off of the three-point play. Wallace's first foul. And he puts a free throw in, and they're going to have a foul off of the free throw. Trying to get it. West Vigo foul on Landon Fields. And that was off of the anticipated rebound off of the free throw. The free throw counts. It's 55-47, but the foul also does. South Vermillion with the basketball. Wallace tries to let it roll up there so they don't have to waste any clock. Open look outside for, and a shot and a drive. It goes in. Brayson Schultz with the basket, and he'll go to the line to shoot one. The old attempt at the old-fashioned three-point play. Schultz with 9 points on the evening. This will give him a chance for double figures. 56-49, trying to cut that lead to 6. Missed it. Baylor picked up the foul. Again, 7-point lead. Open look, Baylor for 3 in the corner, and he nails it. Talon Baylor. 13 points on the evening. And a whistle, they're going to call something. Either we've got blood on somebody or... And we've got some blood, and it looks like we'll have a very quick blood timeout. We'll see if they can move on that one. They'll sub somebody in this case, it'll be Jack Moulton. He'll come into the ball game, and they'll immediately check him in, and the trainer will start working on blood to get it off, and they'll neutralize that and try to get it. There's a way to take care of it in the process. And we'll have a full timeout taken by South Vermillion. We'll take one as well, and you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also a, where the heck is that beep coming from? Owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Not an American Standard owner yet? Let the nationally recognized Building a Higher Standard award-winning dealer Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning assist you in becoming the next American Standard owner. Call 765-832-9401.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and community. Now announcing new starting wages for trailer assemblers and welders. Assemblers earn up to $23 an hour, and welders earn up to $27 an hour, with no experience necessary to apply. Enjoy great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Largest lead of the ball game for West Vigo, 59-48. It's an 11-point lead with 5:06 left to go here in the fourth period. South Vermillion needs some points pretty quick, and they need to do a much better job in denying the drive to the lane by West Vigo. Wallace drives the lane. He'll put the shot up, can't get it to go as it shoots it over the top. Rebound comes out again to Zeke Tanous. Tanous has played a very solid game on both ends, both rebounding, ball handling, and driving the lane. I mean, he's the guy that's the catalyst. If he drives, he'll either kick it to Pugh or Tanous will score. Tanous backs him down and puts another bucket in. 16 points for Tanous. Garzlini in a corner. He can't get it to go. Rebound out to Moulton, and he's fouled in the low post. And this one will go against Baylor. Talon Baylor. His second foul. The team's fourth. Next one will be bonus, and so we'll end up with a two-shot bonus here coming up. Inbound, I'll get it over to Jack Moulton. Bush with the drive, can't get it to go. He used that left hand and just didn't get it over the rim. Approaching the 4-minute mark in the ball game. Tanous, they're trying to get it out of his hands. That's a pretty good move. They'll get it over to Smith, open look. Feed down the low post, shots up and in, and there's the two guys. It's Pugh and Tanous, and they are just on fire. Wallace picks up another bucket. And again, with the way things are going, makes it pretty difficult. You're going to trade baskets. Got to have a defensive stop if you're the Wildcats with 3:28 left to go in the ball game. And right now, good job by West Vigo pulling it out. Tanous with the drive, and he lost it. Open look. Here comes Wallace. Down, he's going to just put it up, and he went behind his back, lost the basketball, went out of bounds, and a good hustle play that time by Trenton Chambers as he knocked it out. And And the lead again, 13 points now. Garzolini for three, got it. Dominic Garzolini with another three. That's his second one of the ball game. Smith, backcourt, Fields will give it back up, and Smith breaks the 10-second line with it. Loses it. Bush with the drive. He couldn't put it in. Schultz kick out. Garzolini open for three. Does he get it? Yes, he does. It cries all the way in. And Garzolini with his third one and 9 points on the evening. Again, cut that lead down to 7. They need another stop and another bucket here. Tanous backing in the corner, which is something you definitely don't want to do with that double team. And a timeout's called by West Vigo. 2:25 left to go here in the ball game. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Garrett Pugh with 19 in the ball game. At least that's what we have him down for. Zeke Tanous with 16. Those have been the key players for West Vigo. Also in double figures is Talon Baylor. Baylor with the basketball. Again, a 7-point lead. Condor trying to steal it, and he's fouled on the drive. No shot. But because of that, again, we're not in a bonus, so it'll be South Vermillion basketball underneath the basket. Coach Baylor sure would have liked to have the continuation NBA call. Outside to Smith, and they'll start the offense. Talon Baylor with that crossover move. Kick in the corner to Smith. Smith feeds down low, and they'll get Garzolini on a reach around on that low post as he went through his back. That's the third team foul, and they'll try it again. Approaching that 2-minute mark left to go in the ball game. Really, the Wildcats need to shut down West Vigo to get themselves back in the ball game. Baylor pumps outside, gives it to Smith. They're going to feed down low. Pugh puts it up and in. I'll tell you what, Garrett Pugh with a really nice job. He's at 21. 3-point shot by Garzolini is no good. A rebound comes out to Trenton Chambers, and West Vigo with the basketball and a 9-point lead. Baylor, they're going to call another timeout. A pretty smart move. They don't have the turnover. And again, West Vigo doing a really nice job in this one. We'll take a break. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and community. Now announcing new starting wages for trailer assemblers and welders. Assemblers earn up to $23 an hour, and welders earn up to $27 an hour, with no experience necessary to apply. Enjoy great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy.
Tanous with the basketball in the backcourt, trying to bring it over. Does. Open look with the drive. They'll kick it back out. Taking it hard is Garrett Pugh, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And when he does that, again, that will put the opportunity, the next foul, both sides, is going to put somebody at the line with two shots. Pugh with 21 on the evening. We want to thank our sponsors, A Plus Printing, Andrews Heating and Air, Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Ryan Luce State Farm Insurance here in Clinton, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, York Automotive, with all their help for sponsoring high school athletics here on Indiana Sports Network. Our transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive, with 6 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. No foul shots that time. Condor puts it up, doesn't use the backboard. Bush does on the follow, and it's 65-58. Still that 7-point lead. Tanous almost lost it. He'll pull it back up, and Tanous with the basketball. They're trying to get him to hold on to it. He's got to be able to get rid of it, and he's fouled. And right now, Zeke Tanous will go to the line. He has 16 on the evening, and he'll have a chance to put 2 shots in. 7-point lead for the Vikings with just over a minute left to go in the ball game. Senior Zeke Tanous, and you can see him, a good shot of him right there as he misses that first one. We want to thank our camera operators for tonight, Kanan Harper, Nathan Cowan, and Noah Gastineau. Our video technician is Keith Lawson. We are produced and directed by Tony Harper, and again, I'm glad you joined us this evening for our high school game here from South Vermillion. Again, it's the Vikings taking on the Wildcats, and right now the Vikings with an 8-point lead. Bush with the drive, doesn't get the foul call, and he'll kind of be upset with that one. Tanous, he'll lay it down in. Here's Pugh. Will he wait? No, goes off his leg too, but they're going to say it was last touched by Dylan Condor. Condor hustled back. Coach Marietta saw the same thing I did. He's like, man, that went off his leg. 54.7 left to go in the ball game. They're trying to throw it in. They get it in. Smith, pump. He'll drive and he'll pull it clear out. Pretty smart move. Baylor back outside to Fields. Looking at it. Pugh. I don't think he's going to want to do that one. He goes for the layup and he'll put it in. Garrett Pugh, 23 points on the evening. He's been just stellar for the Vikings. Kick, open look for Bush for 3. He can't get it. And Pugh with another board. Tipped out of bounds. They'll give that team rebound again. And it's a 10-point lead for the Vikings with 27 seconds left to go in the ball game. Tanous, they'll pick it up, give it to Baylor. Smith, they got to break the 10-second line, and it didn't. But since it went out, and they say it went off of West Vigo, it'll be South Vermillion basketball with 19.3 left. Good shot there. Back inside, Wallace with the drive, puts a shot up, doesn't get the layup, and a rebound comes out to Tanous. Stolen by Wallace. He'll put the shot. No, he doesn't. Pulls it back out to Garzolini. Puts a three-pointer in. So Dominic Garzolini with 3. That puts Garzolini in double figures, but that'll be the end of the ball game. 68-61. And again, South Vermillion goes down in defeat to the West Vigo Vikings, who had a really good night tonight. Leading West Vigo with 23 points, we have Garrett Pugh. He would be probably our player of the game, although Zeke Tanous, really with an excellent job as a floor general. He's the guy that opened everything up for the Vikings as Tanous drove the lane very effectively, picked up 16 points on the evening, but more importantly, those two guys control the boards defensively. If you're watching what's going on, Talon Baylor also in double figures, and you put those guys in. So 3 guys in double figures for West Vigo. For South Vermillion, Luke Bush with 14. I have him down for 14. Wallace with 9 for South Vermillion. Also Dominic Garzolini with that last 3 goes into 12. So a tough night for South Vermillion. They weren't able to do the job offensively, but where they really hurt themselves was on the defensive end. And I'll tell you what, the West Vigo Vikings took great advantage of what South Vermillion was giving on them, and especially Zeke Tanous, who drove the lane real effectively. Well, that's our ball game for tonight. We'll be on the air this Saturday at St. Mary of the Woods, where it's Alice Lloyd University coming in for a 1 o'clock women's game and a 3 o'clock men's game. Then next Wednesday, it'll be Northview at North Vigo here in boys basketball. Next Thursday, it's Northview at South Vigo. And then Saturday, February the 3rd, another St. Mary of the Woods game, as we'll have 3 of those ball games on Saturday, double headers. If you have not seen St. Mary of the Woods this year, they're very exciting in both men's and women's, and they're one of the leaders in their athletic conference, in an NAIA conference. Again, for this evening, I want to thank all of our sponsors and for giving us the opportunity to bring you the West Vigo Vikings taking on South Vermillion here from Clinton, Indiana. Again, for Tony Harper, our producer, I'm Herb King, and I'll say so long this evening for, again, 68-61, West Vigo with the win.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.